library where the books whispered back by Renegade X. The library sat at the end of a quiet street where the lamps glowed softly and the world seemed to slow down. It was an old building with tall windows and wooden doors that opened without a sound. Most people walked past it without noticing, but those who did step inside often stayed longer than they planned. Inside, the air smelled like paper, dust, and something warm, like tea. The lights were low and gentle. Rows of books stretched from floor to ceiling, their spines worn from time and careful hands. The floor creaked just enough to remind you that the building was alive in its own quiet way. When you opened a book, something unusual happened. The words did not just sit on the page. They whispered, not loudly and never all at once. The whispers were soft and slow, like someone speaking just for you. They did not demand attention. They waited patiently, floating up only when the room was still. Some books whispered memories. A travel journal spoke of warm sunsets and calm oceans. A poetry book hummed with the sound of wind. Through tall grass, a small leather-bound novel whispered laughter, gentle and distant, like a happy thought from long ago. The librarian knew about the whispers. She was an elderly woman with silver hair and kind eyes. She never told visitors to be quiet. She simply smiled, knowing that silence would arrive on its own. Choose carefully, she once said, her voice low and smooth. Books speak differently to everyone. People came to the library carrying heavy thoughts, worry, sadness, tired hearts. They left a little lighter. No one rushed here. Time felt slower between the shelves, as if the clocks had agreed to rest. One evening, a reader stayed until the lamps outside dimmed. They found a thin book near the window, its cover plain and unmarked. When they opened it, the whispers were quieter than all of the others. The book spoke of rest. It whispered about breathing slowly and letting go of things that could wait until tomorrow. It reminded the reader that it was okay to stop, to be still, to simply exist without doing anything more. As the reader closed the book, the whispers faded into silence, like a lullaby reaching its final note. The room felt warmer. When they left the library, the night air was calm, and the streetlights glowed like small stars. The building stood quietly behind them, full of patient shelves and gentle voices, waiting for the next tired soul to listen. And inside, the books whispered on, ready to speak only when someone